Nice.
Okay, the legislation that y'all have passed on, prepared for advertisement now, covers semi-nude dancing, bikini bars, those kinds of things.
Right.
And most of the time when I talk to folks at the city, they say this is complaint driven. That's why we're doing it. It's complaint driven. Have you received complaints about this, or is this just something that you and the commission came up with?
I think some of both. We have received some complaints, particularly from those that are trying to help restore downtown. That this makes it difficult to do that in downtown Dothan. We've also, I just was talking to the sheriff, we've had over 240 calls, if you will, at these clubs over the last 12 months, which creates some issues for law enforcement, and we've got issues in our jail and want to do everything we can to keep folks out of it. So, and again, I want to be sure everybody understands that we're not shutting down existing. We're just hopefully putting a stop to the continued growth of these establishments.
Well, what surprised me is when we talked about it on the radio, and I've seen on some blog sites and things too, that most people are not upset about the dancing itself. It's the intervention of government further eroding our personal freedoms and rights. How do you feel about that?
Well, I agree with them. I agree with them 100%. I'm as strong about government not getting into my business as anybody is, but you know, this is one of those industries, if you will, that is creating problems for government, costs for government, and a deterrent to positive growth, we believe anyway, in certain areas of the county. So we had to weigh those things, and the commission just made a decision that this was one of those that we just needed to move on. You know, we hear that a lot when we start talking about zoning or planning or any of that kind of thing, and the commission has not, made any efforts at this point to pursue those type areas, because most people, when they move out in the country, that's why they move out there. They want their freedoms and don't want government intervening. But this is a little different issue, and we just felt like we needed to try to address it.
Can you take me through the process now? It'll be advertised, I know, for like 4 weeks, and then if there is a special session of the legislature, you could possibly get it through there. Any plans for a public hearing or anything of that nature?
No, not really. It will advertise for 4 weeks, and then, like you said, if there is a special session, we would try to push it through then. We'll put in the advertisement that is to be introduced at the next special session, special or regular session of the legislature. That way, if there's not a special session, then obviously when they meet in January, we'll be ready to move it forward.
Thank you, sir.